Just as we measure fertility rates, we also measure death rates. Without both, we couldn't get an accurate sense of population growth. So for this, we use crude death rate, CDR for short. CDR represents the number of deaths per 1,000 people in a population. However, there are other commonly used methods, such as infant mortality rate, abbreviated as IMR. This involves a simple math equation wherein the number of infants who die before age 1 in a population are divided by the total number of births and then multiplied by 1,000. In simpler terms, the IMR is the number of babies who die before their first birthday. Just like with CDR, IMR can vary across the nation. Some places, like Afghanistan, have a very high IMR. Others, like Iceland, have a very low one. This goes to show just how neighborly we've been to developing countries. Back on the topic of CDR, some of the highest ones can be startling, such as that of the war-plagued Democratic Republic of Congo, with a CDR of 17. This means that 17 people per 1,000 die every year. If you add up their population, albeit small, this is a lot. At the opposite end of the scale is an unusually low number of 1 death per 1,000 people per year. Where is this unrealistic number placed, anyway? A small region called Qatar, but overall we are lucky, because as a whole more people are being born than they are dying. Just as mortality rates vary from country to country, they can also vary within a country. Often there is a regional pattern of highly concentrated death rates, just like this map here of China. There is a high concentration right in the very bottom southeast corner of China of red. That means there are a lot of people dying. With crude death rate and crude birth rate, we can now calculate rate of natural increase, or RNI. The equation for this is simpler than the one used for IMR. All you do is subtract the crude birth rate from the crude death rate. It is often expressed as a percentage wherein a division by 10 is added. Several countries have an RNI exceeding 3% per year. But what about places like Eastern Europe, where their declines have been so bad the percentages are in the negatives? Lack of a workforce and an overflow of senior citizens could be one huge problem. Blum. However, this is not the same thing as the rate of population change, because it does not factor in immigration and emigration. When it is factored in, this is known as the rate of population growth. RNI can also be used to calculate doubling time as follows. Blank years divided by RNI in a percentage equals doubling time. If you are calculating doubling time, immigration and emigration can be an important thing to consider. However, in the last half-century, the rate of natural increase has declined. In the 1950s and 1960s, the RNI rarely fell below 1.8%. Today, it is only 1.2%. Why? Later marriages and better access to contraceptives. This rate will continue to drop, but 1 billion people should still be added every 20 years or so.